let me tell you another interesting story. After I got back to Cannon, I happened to go back there after I was kind of TDY, you might say. It was kind of a secret deal. I had orders to go to Vietnam, but I never left Cannon. For some reason, the orders, in other words, when I get air medals and everything, everybody said, how can you get air medals in the United States? Well, we were really in Vietnam. It was really a screwed up deal. It was a fast thing when we went over. But anyway, when we came back, we had this division commander at Cannon, 2 wings, and the division commander is generally a brigadier general. Well, we had this guy, Bobby Blue Eyes, I can't remember his last name, but he was a F-105 guy over in Vietnam, and he thought he was superstar. He was crazy, and he was trying to make BG, but I don't think anybody liked him. We didn't. But anyway, he had a crazy idea on our control tower of there's steps. We didn't have an elevator to go up to the main part, but apparently there was kind of storage room. Well, anyway, he had the civil engineer. He terrified the civil engineer, making him do things that were totally not right or legitimate or legal. But there was a room up there, and he had him make this big workbench with these letters, cut out huge letters, probably, I can't remember, about that big. And then on the tower, they put these things where they could make up these things and slide them in there. Well, anyway, he was a fanatic in having, when people we were a very good refueling base stationed in New Mexico, from people, Air Force, Navy, everything, flying from the east to west. And they loved because they could get a good refueling stop there. Well, anyway, he had his command post. Every time we'd get an inbound, he would have the command post call that base and say, what's the highest rank on board? Well, anybody that was a Code 6, full colonel, or above, he'd have the damn guys go up there and assemble the sign, and they'd up there try to shove it in there in the weather. It said, welcome, Colonel Gaessler. And these guys taxied in and thought, that's pretty neat. Anyway, and he had his aide, a full colonel doesn't even get an aide, but he thinks he's the division commander, so I guess but he had a major, and he had bring his wife, Silver. They made a real neat little snack bar in the base op. So while these guys were refueling, they could really get a neat meal rather than a hamburger. He had his aide bring his wife's best china and silver out that damn. This guy did stuff you couldn't believe. But let me tell you the funny part. That backfired, and he would have, I think we even had a little band or something. He'd have go down, meet the airplane. Anyway, welcome somebody. We get a flight of 4 Navy guys coming in, and the command post called. I don't know where the base was. Said, what's the highest rank on board? Captain. Well, he assumes it's a Navy captain, and it's a Marine captain who's the flight commander. These guys are all ensign. They put his name up there. And the other division commander goes down to meet the airplane. These guys got out. There's a Marine captain. So anyway, then, oh God, he went out and just chewed the damn guys up in the command post. He did, but what's the highest rank on board? Captain. So from then on, they wanted to know, this guy was crazy. He was going to go back to Vietnam and start his own little Air Force out of Thailand. I don't know whatever happened to him. He wanted an F-100 put on a pedestal by the main base, by the main gate, and he told So he let the civil engineers design what they thought was, right? Well, he's in his car with his damn radio. He's always all around the base in his car and a damn radio. Well, the engineers are out there with a crane lifting. Of course, they had a 100 with the engine going, and they even had a pilot in it, a dummy. And they're lifting this damn airplane to put it back on this pedestal. And he said, "What the hell are you doing? I wanted it faced this way." And so they had to take the thing down, totally rebuild the base. I mean, this guy was a total idiot. And he had, they called him Bobby Blue Eyes. When he got mad, his eyes started going like that. And you knew you were in a heap of trouble. He was about to explode. And man, when he got mad,
Oh man, that's crazy.
He was something else. You'll run into crazy people in the military.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of them.
Lots of good people, and a few guys are, I guess you find that in everything.